Here we go.
Tootsie! Great Odin's Raven!
Well, it's big and terrible.
It doesn't seem physically possible.
It'll get you wrong.
Doesn't it smell a little like danger in here?
Your whole childhood wonder stage just blew right past you, didn't it?
Oh, good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to The Lock-In.
Clunk click, you're not getting out.
Yeah, you're locked in now. You're, you cannot leave. No.
There is no escape from the lock-in. You will listen or you will be shot.
With me today is Dark Ages, also known as Stu.
Hello.
And Rob. Who unfortunately I can't say anything about because this morning I watched the Expendables trailer and that seems to have cured 100% of any homosexuality in my person.
Grr, it's a manly film.
Full of men.
I think I grew hair on my chest just watching the trailer.
I broke a door with my penis.
It's what happens when you try to use it as a key.
No, I just stood there and went, "Yarr, Expendables!" and the door broke. Although, surprisingly enough, my pants are fine.
Good pants.
Yes. So, we've got a couple things for you.
Really?
In his pants.
In my pants. So if you just want to have a reach in there and rummage around, and let's see what you find first.
In your pants.
Hold on a sec. Dude, why do you keep that in there?
Dude, that looks infected. I wouldn't touch that.
Oh.
It's unreasonable, and it's got legs.
Can somebody get me a towel, please?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sorry, that's the oozing sores from when I broke the doors with my penis.
Anyway.
Yes. So we've got some listener questions, and we've got a surprise for Stu, and we've got a rant from Rob. And
How very genuinely that was. I feel I should apologise to our listeners, as Rob is an ill-mannered twat.
I don't know where that came from. Actually, I do
Disgusting, sir.
scientifically, but...
If I had my pipe, I would be puffing upon it aggressively.
get out.
In fact, I would go so far as to say my monocle has dropped out, sir. Has dropped out. Good Lord.
I'd just like to point
Look
out...
at Jeffrey the monkey butler. He's keeled over in shock.
I'd just like to point out...
My dirigible shall not fly itself.
I would just like to point out, we're in the old oil house. It is a lock-in. We've been in here for quite a while.
Yet I'm the only one drinking some form of alcoholic drink.
Yes?
Of course, what it is, I will not say, but I will say it's Krabby's. Oh, I said it. Oh, dear, it's Krabby's. It's ginger beer that's alcoholic. It's great.
My point
Buy
is...
me more.
We've been drinking lots of fizzy things. It's bound to happen. The fact that I embellished it is...
Sir, I have burped 5 times since we started recording. Each one of them has been quiet. Because I am a gentleman and was raised proper. Unlike yourself, who seem to have been dragged up from the gutter by some sort of street filth. Ah!
So, on the other hand, I have a question for the pair of you.
I have an answer.
Marvellous. Shall we just ignore any of the talking then?
Yeah,
I have amusing.
That's the lock-in. Good night, everyone.
Good night and farewell. No, right. I was watching G.I. Joe, the live action movie.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Paris sequence, and I was watching the bit with all the car shifting, moving around, and I thought, Transformers has had 2 films. G.I. Joe's had 1 film, soon to have a second.
Yep.
Comic book movies seem to be the big summer thing at the moment, and 80s franchises seem to be the next one that's coming in.
Yeah.
So comic book movies, 80s franchises becoming the summer movies. My question to you two is this: what 80s movies, 80s franchises, do you think have the legs to become a movies franchise?
Bugger all.
I disagree with you.
Go on then.
Rob?
My Little Pony.
Oh, that would suck.
My Little Pony would be an awesome, gritty, dark movie.
If only if
It's not the GoBots episode anymore.
No, seriously, all these horses just going to get tattoos.
My little pony, apocalypse pony, suffer mankind for the sins. What are you doing, kids? We're being bad. You know what that means? Punishment from on high.
Actually, I
I'm Death Pony.
think
Who I think can't hear right. No, Ma, I think you.
Stop
Okay.
it.
I think if they did a proper He-Man film,
Yeah,
that could work.
I think we discussed that.
Because
Might work.
they obviously the first one they did, Masters of the Universe, it was great when you were a kid, but go back and watch it, and it's terrible but still good.
Yeah.
But
Coming soon.
I think if they actually sort of took a serious look at it, I mean, obviously you've got to, you can't
Take
have
a
it.
serious look at it. About an 80s cartoon that was basically gayer than gayness.
Well, no.
And I
Take
say,
a look at what they
Stop
did.
it.
Take a look at what they did with the 2002
Yeah.
series.
Make it a bit more like that.
The gayness was way toned down.
It wasn't completely gone.
It wasn't completely gone, no, but I'm sorry, it was a bit of camp humour.
Fist or
But you know,
Fisto.
you
Fisto.
stop it.
the point I'm making though is if they try and make a serious movie out of it.
Yes.
I mean, obviously they'd have to put some pants on He-Man to make it properly serious.
Please.
But you know, Big Rob Terry from TNA,
Uh,
he would make a fantastic He-Man. And then you know, it
What
doesn't
about
need to
the-
do much acting.
What about the guy that is playing Conan in the upcoming Conan film?
He's not big enough.
Isn't he?
No.
I've not actually seen him. So I don't know. I
Who
was
is
just asking.
Well, from the picture I saw, it was just his face, and
so he's just a face. It
just-
can just be a face.
well, no, it was just his face, and you saw like the neck, and the neck wasn't 3 times the size of his head, so it wouldn't be big enough.
Fair enough.
But no, I think if they actually tried to make a serious He-Man film, they could actually make it into a franchise.
Yeah.
What about Thundercats? Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something there?
Visionaries. I'd like to
Ooh.
see an attempt.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think that could be quite good.
I don't think Visionaries would work so much, but it would be nice to see them do some of that stuff with today's CG.
Yeah, it would be nice to say. I don't think it would work. It probably wouldn't.
Do you not think
happen,
Visionaries would work better as a direct-to-DVD?
Yes.
CG
That might work,
direct-to-DVD?
yeah.
Oh yes, if it
Just
was
anything
fully
more,
CG.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
more
That'd be
Visionaries, I'd be
nice.
happy with.
Yeah.
I fucking love Visionaries.
See,
But yes, Thundercats I think would make an awesome.
they would have to go through one hell of a reinvention.
And I could protest it for bullying again.
Actually, some of the comics they did.
Actually, yeah, the Wildstorm... Was it Wildstorm? I think it was Wildstorm Comics, The Return, and
Yeah, the one where like Lino had been trapped in the Book of Omens.
Wily
for 10
Kit and
years.
Wily Cat were sex slaves.
Yeah, that was a bit twisted, but they
I kid
redesigned-
you not.
They redesigned the costumes and that for
They
most
did.
of them.
They redesigned the costumes. They altered the faces slightly.
And there was,
It
the
was
one.
just
There
enough.
was the one after that where Lionel was aging.
Haven't read that one.
He was basically.
I did read Thundercats Superman though. That was terrible.
He was because he'd been in the book for an extended period of time. It had altered his aging, so he was
Oh, yeah.
very old. It was when they had like the Thunder Hounds or something crap like that attacking Thundera. But the way they drew him, it was brilliant because he's. Excuse me. You know how his hair was kind of all like.
Yeah.
These his beard and mutton chops that he had just kind of came around to actually make a mane.
Nice.
Oh.
He was actually Lion-O because he had a big mane.
Tell you what though,
Brilliant.
if they did a live-action Thundercats film, Liam Neeson for oh God, what's his name?
Jagger.
Jagger.
Yeah,
Liam Neeson for Jagger. Every step of the way.
I still stand by the trailer that somebody
the
did.
fun one on YouTube.
The fan one, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad Pitt, I think he'd do a good Lion-O.
Yeah, but
Maybe a bit old now.
you're not going to be able to get the budget together to have Brad Pitt in
No,
a
no, but-
franchise film.
But, you know, and then you Vin Diesel as Panthro.
Now that I like.
That was cool.
I don't think that Vin Diesel's black enough though.
No.
Are we talking we need Samuel Jackson for this?
No, we
No,
need Terry
no.
Tate.
I
would work.
was kind of.
Here comes the Thunder Tank, baby! Woo!
I was actually thinking more along the lines of, what's his name?
Thunder Tank.
Oh,
Fun to come, baby. Fun to come. Woo woo!
Hey, Mumra! Mumra! What you doing? Come out of your pyramid, being all woohoo and shit. I told you once, I told you twice. You stay in your pyramid, or you get the plane train.
What's
I
the
told
guy's
you before.
name?
I told you.
What's the guy's name?
Who? Mumra.
The guy in
Terry
thinking
Tate.
of- No.
That's no help. What's he done? What's he been in?
Oh, he was the Kingpin.
Oh, Michael Clark.
Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan.
No, because he's too big.
Yeah, I can see him as a good Slythe, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, granted, Slythe. See, this is the problem with Thundercats. All the mutants would have to be CGI,
Yeah.
which I don't want. I would rather them in people in suits, but, you know, it's not going to happen.
Well, no, because there's only so much you can do with animatronics.
Got to put something radical out there. Don't put the mutants in.
Yeah?
Just completely cut them out. Put it out there. Have it
Okay.
as Mumra and
The Thunder-
human mercenaries or undeady things that he's raised with his evil powers.
That could work, I suppose.
But you know who I want for Mumra? If only doing his voice? Donald Faisal.
Who?
Because he did him in that sketch in Robot Chicken where he was the nanny. How dare you say who? He is
Sorry.
Turk from Scrubs. and he's awesome.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Yes, he did the voiceover for the Robot Chicken sketch. It was fantastic.
Here's a question. Who would you have as Groon the Destroyer?
Oh, Groon. Groon, the one-toothed, destroyer. Beat the crap out of Jaga when Jaga was a ghost. He is awesome.
Lost
Groon.
on me.
Groon, the-
Groon the Destroyer is just brutal, is the best way to describe
I
him.
must have stopped watching it. At that point.
I'll give you the episode to
He's,
watch.
I'm losing geek points here.
He's the guy who forged his weapon out of Thundranium.
The substance that kills Thundercats.
Okay.
And he's a Thundercat.
Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense.
So he holds his weapon that kills Thundercats
That makes
in
a
his
bit more
hand.
sense to me then.
That's how double hard he
Because
is.
at first it was like, he forged his weapon from this. For all I know, that could be toilet paper.
Well, the entire point of him is he was dead, and he got pissed off, so he came back.
I'm angry. I'm back alive.
Well, he was a Thundercat who basically started taking things a bit too far. And
What he was a plunderer
yeah,
and a mass murdering rapist. He is just an absolute nightmare of a character. He's great.
Okay. I may seek further education on this. Then.
I'll lend you the episode. I think he was only in 2 or 3.
he was in 2 or 3, and then he had a cameo in the
In the
movie.
movie, yeah. But the first episode he's in, he kicks the hell out of the Thundercats.
enough.
He is awesome. But anyhow, my idea, Mask.
Yeah.
Mask, I think, could work brilliantly.
As long as they don't have T-Bob and Scott in it.
No, I'm talking, think Fast and the Furious. But all the cars turn into different
Yes,
vehicles.
that'd
Just-
be really nice.
All you have to do is, gone in 60 seconds, all you need to do is it's a racing film, but all the cars do weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if you do it along the lines of
By racing film, I don't mean like the old Mask movie where they're just
well,
racing.
no, I was
But-
saying if you do it along those sort of lines, obviously update it and
Oh, yeah,
make
yeah,
it a
yeah.
bit more intellectual. It's just the fact that these terrorists are staging this race to basically cover.
It doesn't even need to actually have the word race in it. Just imagine the sequence, right? You've got the Rhino, and what, the Thunderbird, is it? Matt Tracker's thing.
It's Thunder something, wasn't it?
Yeah. You've
I want
got.
to say Thunder Wing, but I'm sure it ain't.
Well, say you've got a big rig.
Thunderhawk.
Thunderhawk. You've got a big rig, 4 sports cars, right? You've also got the helicopter, the Venom helicopter,
Yeah.
and say a couple of bikes
Switchblade.
and another sports car, right? Just think of what you could do with that if the cars could also fly. You could just have these massive sequences of just the Thunderhawk going underneath the Rhino, coming out as a plane mode, shooting at the helicopter, coming back down and trying to take out the bikes. You could just have these massive grid action sequences. And I do think Mask would work brilliantly. However, the name wouldn't.
Why?
Well, it's Mobile Armoured Strike Command. It commands with a K.
Yeah, because it's cool.
Yeah, like it's extreme.
It's not 1996 anymore. Extreme does not work.
Yes, it
Extreme.
does.
It doesn't have an E on the front. Of course it works. Extreme!
I'm going to kill you with a Hardy boy. I'm just going to grab the nearest Hardy boy and murder you with him.
Extreme!
Imagine the last thing you see in this world be Jeff Hardy being thrown at your head.
I would just offer him some form of...
Trailing sugar.
I was going to say, I would just offer him some sort of prescription painkiller.
No,
and
you just bring out the little bag of bonbons and like throw one off to the side. He just changes his trajectory in midair.
You can
scams off like a happy puppy.
Handful of bonbons. Hadouken! That'd be awesome.
I'll tell you something. If any member of the TNA staff is listening to this right now, we're going to see that in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised, they're already out of ideas.
Hadouken and sugar sweets at Hardy.
They bring out Sub-Zero from the old WCW. What have you found in the closet today? Sub-Zero and the Shockmaster. Marvellous.
I want to see the Shockmaster back.
Our warrior is going to shock the world because he is none other than the Shockmaster. Oh my god.
No, just...
And that whole sequence was ruined because one dude went, that is reinforced. Put a bar there. And that's why it went wrong.
That's not the only reason.
Obviously the costume was crap.
Yeah.
Divergent a bit. But the idea was that wall had been set up and they tried it worked, and then this guy went, it needs reinforced, put a bar there. So they put a 2x4.
I've got a feeling.
And that's why he falls, because he can't break through that bit because it's a 2x4.
I've got a feeling I'm going to have to put up a load of links to YouTube videos with this one.
Yeah, if you don't know what the Shockmaster is...
Well, we've got the Thundercats trailer and the Shockmaster. I'm going to have to put
think
links
yourself lucky if you don't know what the Shockmaster is, actually.
You've ruled the world long enough, Sid Vicious. Don't against me! Don't against me!
He just looked like a fat camp stormtrooper.
Well, he was Typhoon. In a stormtrooper helmet, a furry waistcoat.
Camp stormtrooper glittery helmet. Oh my god, they totally blew up the Death Star.
Do you like my new furry uniform?
Oh my god, I'm going to shoot some rebels. Pew pew rebels.
I
Pew pew pew.
think you guys need to watch that trailer again.
It's a trap! It's a trap! No, don't. Just thought about it. Just killed 15 children with my mind.
Moving on. Please. For the love of Feth, moving on.
So is there anything else you'd like to bring to that? The 80s discussion, not me killing children with my mind like some kind of deranged magician.
No, I think Mask, He-Man, Thundercats, I think they would...
What about Inhumanoids, if anyone
Never
remembers?
seen it.
I think
Don't
Inhumanoids...
remember it.
Well, we never got it in this country. Inhumanoids is an interesting little... It's towards the end of the Sunbow.
Well, if we're gonna do that, I want Samurai Pizza Cats. There's a
Which button turns this off?
Right. I think I'm going to draw that to a screeching halt.
I need more beer.
And I think you had something you wanted to bring up?
Yes.
Mr. Chaos and Bear.
I have a rant prepared.
I shall sit back.
Relax.
Oh, look! I've got heroin.
Heroin!
Hell of a drug.
No. Recently, I came to watch Ninja Assassin.
As did I.
One second. Ah, lovely heroin.
Now, Ninja Assassin, it was a winner for me because it had Ninja in the title.
And Assassin.
And Assassin.
Two of your favourite things.
Basically, after watching the film, I remember hearing people saying, "Oh, it's got terrible reviews. It's it's terrible." I mean, hell, even the Judge Dredd magazine gave it a terrible review. And you're just thinking, can this movie really be that bad? I mean, it's got Ninja in the title. So I watched it, and within the first opening sequence, I was just like, "Wow, this is brilliant!" Because it's none of this sort of we have to make ninjas real. It was all magic-y shit.
I fling 1,000,001 shurikens with a single move. I chop your hands off with this sword. I peel out of a shadow.
The scene when the dude stands up out the shadow and he just kind of grows out of it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then, obviously they've tried to string a story into it where it explains how the ninjas are trained
I
and
just
stuff
tried
like
to
that.
ignore the story mostly.
But,
That's how I enjoy Hidden Tiger Gate.
when you get a film that has ninja and assassin in the title and all it is ninjas doing kick-ass shit, killing people, you go home happy.
Yeah.
That's
It's
true.
done exactly what it says on the tin.
It is a Ron Seal film. It's exactly what it says on the tin.
It's done more than Legend of Chun-Li. I'm happy.
And, you know,
Dude, in fairness, the last thing I flushed did more than the Legend of Chun-Li.
Did it sit there going, Daddy?
but seriously,
Yes.
that film is fantastic. If you just want to see some real life anime gore,
Yeah.
because that's all it is. They've done anime gore in a live action film. Just watch that film and you will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And
What?
anyone who watched it and gave it a bad review, I'm going to come to your house and go ninja on your ass.
I think we need about £100 of gold, I think it was.
Oh no,
Each person that's given it a bad review.
I'm gonna-
hire some people.
I'm going to do it for free.
All I'm going to say about it is I loved it. I played the opening sequence for my mate recently, and after about get so far in, then when it starts happening, he just went, "Ah, it's awesome!"
Well, it's just
Have
that-
we got a quick change the channel film?
Oh, no. No,
no, because
it's-
it is good. It's not so terrible that it's good. It is just good.
Yeah, but you want to put Predator onto this list anyhow.
But that's a special to go with the round table.
And you want
to
to do Turtles.
We're just going to do random. We just class it as any commentary I want to do. I should just redub it as Stu's commentary because Stu wants to make funny jokes about this film that he loves.
No, I like the name Quick Change the Channel.
Fair enough then.
Good.
This meeting is adjourned. A title has been chosen.
I would like to point out that due to the your mumma jokes we were making earlier on, I had to fight to stay quiet through your rant. There are so many things you said there that I could have just dropped jokes in, and I hope you're proud of me
Your
for
mum.
not doing so.
You talking about my mama?
Let me tell you about my mama.
Nobody talks about my mama.
Dude, I'd fuck him up. Talking about your mum and shit.
You talking about my mama?
Yeah, mama goes to college. So,
My mama is a saint! I'll kill you!
I've been watching Babylon 5 again to change the subject as fast as I can.
Before we kill you.
Why
talking
did you
about
ever
our mama.
stop watching it? You should watch it on repeat.
Well, I watched other things, and then I realised that currently, apart from Fringe, everything that's out at the moment is shit.
Leverage isn't.
What's Leverage?
Leverage is it's an American TV show with a group of criminals who it's basically a kind of digital 18. It's a bunch of criminals with the one kind of good guy sort of thing. They did this one job
Right.
and they're all the best in their field.
Best
sort
of the
thing.
best of the best.
Kind of.
Sir.
Yeah, and they basically enjoyed doing the job so much that they kind of talk this guy into sort of leading them as a group, and basically all they do is they target people who deserve to lose everything.
Ah.
So it's kind
Wasn't that out in the late 90s starring Ice-T?
I don't know,
Okay.
but it's actually quite good because a lot of the twists and turns you actually see happening, and then something else happens around it, and you're like, I did not see that. That's quite cool. It's basically how they scam everything because they treat everything just like a job. So it's like all these
Okay.
criminals thinking about how to do this, and this, and there are some genuinely laugh out loud moments, especially with the guy in it who played Leslie in Angel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Wesley.
collector man, not Leslie. You know the guy who.
Oh, right. Yeah,
who
yeah,
worked
yeah,
for
yeah,
Wolfram
yeah.
and Hart.
Lindsay.
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 Was it Lindsay?
Lindsay, yeah.
I knew it was a girl's name.
With
but
the guy's arm chopped
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Stumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in it, but he's the.
I'm sorry, I'm
he's
being
the
really, really
collection-
bad tonight.
He's the collection expert, and when you first see his background, he walks into it's like a Russian bar or something.
Yeah.
He's there with a mug, and it's just this corner full of guys, and he walks in, and he says, "I'm here for the merchandise," and it's just all these guns come out, and all these guys pointing guns at him. Takes a sip, comes to outside the bar, and you just see flashes in the windows and hear all these gun sounds. And then it goes back into the bar. He's just finished taking his sip, and all the guys who had guns are knocked out on the floor.
Nice.
And then the guy hands over a baseball card.
Fair enough.
And one of his other
Have you
flashbacks is in. Sorry,
Carry on, just carry on.
keep that thought. One of his other flashbacks is when they go to see a play done by one of the other women in the group. And they're like, "Oh my god, what do we say? What do we say? What do we say? It was terrible. It was terrible." And he's like, the guy that's with him says, "Surely you've been in worse situations than that." You see him tied up in a chair with all these like Korean guys around him playing Russian roulette, just holding a gun to his head, spinning the barrel and clicking. He's like totally breaking it and then breathing of relief when he doesn't die. And then it cuts back to him and he just kind of goes, "No, I haven't."
Have you ever seen Burn Notice?
No,
See Burn Notice. Burn Notice is very, very good.
I was kind of like,
It's MacGyver. Pretty much, you know. But it's very, very good. Really, really good supporting cast. Great story. Bit of a disappointment in season 2, but not bad. Just great cliffhanger. Bit of a disappointment to that.
Well,
But it's worth seeing. Worth seeing.
This one
Fringe
does have a really good.
fucking awesome.
This one does have a really good cast. It's got. I don't know what any of them apart from one of the women has done, but they're really, really good.
Okay.
I find them quite believable.
I think we've gone so far off the beaten track here. It's
No.
unreal. So
Before we completely run off, I'm going to say Supernatural is awesome. So you should all watch it.
I haven't seen it.
I recommend it. Mate got me into
This
it.
I recommend.
Yes, this I recommend.
Eat your wheat cakes.
I'm on to season 3. It is a bit awesome.
Okay.
The idea, well, what I'm going to say is though, end of season 1, I nearly cried because the car got destroyed.
Fair enough. So we're going to quickly drop into a time paradox type swirly thing. Some timey, timey.
No, dude, that's like all an ending, not timey-wimey.
So
Okay.
before I do that, I just want to quickly say a big thank you to Snappleman for our brand new theme tune, which my co-hosts haven't heard yet.
Damn your
Dun,
eyes.
dun, dun.
And at the end of this episode, I'm going to play you the full song. It's called Scrambled Eggman, and it's awesome.
It's time for Ask Dr. Stupid with your host, Dr. Stupid.
So we've got some listener questions. So we'll get our listener question voice.
Do people actually listen to this?
What the listener questions?
No, the
The whole
podcast,
show?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's a bit scary.
I thought we were already doing this for our own personal amusement. Where else?
Guess the joke's on us.
Where else am I going to sink 60 quid a month there?
No, I'm not even.
High class hookers.
Actually, I was just going to say, there's a certain place in Newcastle that I went for a certain person's stag night. It was fun.
Yeah, I was about to say you're going to get hit. You're going to get so hit, dude.
You're going to get beaten, and this time you're not going to pay for it. So we've got listener questions.
Safety word is caboose.
Safety word is more. Prepare to be confused.
Ryan.
Questions!
Oh no, I've got a latex allergy. So,
Just can we answer these damn questions?
I'm sorry, what? Listener questions? What are
Yes.
they?
I mean, answer them.
Listener question asking voice of death. Quickly, take off the gimp mask and ask us questions.
Say it. I'm out.
You get no questions today. Okay. Nafoff says, with a sad face and a broken heart, I discovered that the UK aren't getting the next, any NEST Voyagers with this, and we didn't get an RC or Cybertron Ratchet. Have Hasbro abandoned us?
Stu?
I think I've got this one. Mm-hmm. Do not look to Hasbro. It has forsaken this land.
Rob?
Who are Hasbro?
See, I'm not going to take a jokey thing. I'm going to answer this seriously.
Okay.
No, I don't.
You don't think they've
No,
abandoned us?
I think our retailers in this country are fucking awful.
Yes, this
And
is
they
very true.
really, really need to get their asses into gear when it comes to stuff like this.
Yes.
Just because Hasbro hasn't released this stuff over here doesn't mean that Hasbro didn't try to release this stuff over here. It's like the animated stuff that came out in America as a Toys R Us exclusive. The Toys R Us exclusives because none of the retail shops wanted to take them.
Yeah.
That's why they're so small a release. You can't get animated RC because nobody wanted the wave except Toys R Us.
Yeah.
In this country, nobody wants them.
Yeah. Well, look at what happened with Samurai Pearl, Waspinator,
Yeah.
etc.
You've got
Discount stores got them.
Yeah. The movie toys are clogging up the shelves left, right, and centre. If you want to fire any accusations at Hasbro for for any problems that they may have concerned. It's that they shoved out far too many movie toys far too quickly.
And now nobody wants to touch any more Transformers toys because the ones they've got aren't
No,
shifting.
the movie toys aren't shifting in the slightest. And I don't know about you two, but I don't see them moving.
No, I'm not even buying them, as we know.
No. That's just it. So, in an answer, no. I honestly don't think Hasbro has forsaken us. I think Hasbro UK needs to get its ass into gear, and I do think that the retailers in this country haven't got their finger on the pulse of what they need to do.
It's a twin barrel
To
attack
quote,
of
to
stupidity.
quote one of my favourite films.
Quick! Change the channel!
No.
Oh, sorry.
Put that cookie
Here's-
down.
Here's the
Put that
pulse.
cookie down!
And now here's your finger jammed way up your arse, quite far from the pulse. And then you've just got the amused look that you two are doing quite well.
Say, would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel?
High five.
But yeah, that's my answer. Do you two want to add anything to that?
And
or-
then we hit the music. Map, map, map. Map, map, map. Map, map, map.
I actually just felt myself age.
That's what that music does.
Sorry about that.
Fine. So you don't want to add anything to that?
No, I think you're quite right. I don't think it's completely down to Hasbro. I think
No.
it's just down to the fact that they flooded the market with shite.
Yeah, they flooded the market with the Rutherford figures, and now those aren't moving. So nobody wants to pick up anything new, which makes me worry about the Generations line. Especially as we don't have a Woolworths anymore.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
And you have to travel 2 hours to get to your closest Toys R Us.
Yeah, hour and 3/4, but yeah. But I'm going to go back there because I want some more stuff. I want Marvel Legends Hulk. He's awesome. But anyhow.
Is that special needs Hulk?
No. I've already got a special needs Hulk. He's with his retard racist friends. They're not just retard.
Moving on!
Next question.
Okay. Greenwich Mean asks, what happened to the 101s?
I would just like to point out
Rob,
now
would you
that
like to answer this one?
as
Well, Rob-
Stu
Can't answer this one. It's all about Mr. Gruff, I believe.
as Stu and Rob look menacingly at Mr. Grufflock.
Basically, what's happened is the next few people that I wanted to get on, the timing never was right, and the lack of time I've got at the moment means it's quite difficult to schedule anything. Is basically the answer. I want to bring them back. I will bring them back. It's just trying to get the time together to do stuff. That's the answer. I'm sorry. I hold my hands up and go, I apologise.
These people who want to
And
work for a living.
See, I'm going to translate what he's actually just said there to what he's actually thinking is, fuck you, I can't be asked doing them, so fuck you, you fucking fox.
I have realised this week I am going to have to stop gaming because I don't have the time.
See, it happened to you just like it happened to me. Borderlands.
Oh, did I lost 2 days off.
Yeah,
Completely lost them thanks to that game.
I've lost more than that.
Yeah, I can't
Put it
afford to
down.
lose the time, sir.
Put it down.
But yeah.
Just walk away.
The Iacons, do you want it?
What?
Borderlands, do you want it?
No.
It stops me from playing it.
I have no interest
You are yet
in
to meet the
playing
fun that is Claptrap.
Claptrap is awesome and annoying as hell, but awesome.
I love him.
So yeah, the Iacons are going to come back at some point, but I'll probably try and get a few in the barrel before I start releasing them. Six Shot 93 was going to do one. Timey was going to do one. I want the guys from Back to the 80s to do one.
Didn't you actually get Timey to
Yeah.
do one and then it didn't record?
It didn't record. It recorded me, but not him.
Ooh.
So they had the memorable bit of 5 minutes of silence, followed by me laughing and saying the words Timmy Mallet. It's like I'd taken a shot to the head or something. It was
Oh, you're going to have to put that on one of the lock-ins.
no.
Just you
I think it
laughing
was
and
just
screaming Timmy Mallet.
Laughing Timmy Mallet, a couple of minutes of silence, and then just going, green bags! Or grot bags, that's the one. So no, yeah, it will come back, I promise.
Don't worry, children. If there are any children listening to this,
I hope.
don't swear.
I really hope.
Don't fucking swear, you little shit.
Seriously, go to the nearest responsible adult and ask them to turn this off.
Yes.
if you're under the age of 23.
Under the age of 30. We're under 30 and we should be listening.
How am I
to
supposed to edit this
Exactly.
for the next year? Does Greenwich mean have a second question?
He does indeed. To continue the last question I gave you, not the 101 one, an earlier one, I gave...
Just to confuse it slightly.
Yes.
I'm glad that was clarified.
I gave you a name, and I gave you name an episode and plot for an episode for the sitcom you created. Make sense of that if you can.
There's last load of questions. Was it his last one or was it the one before?
No, it was last load of
Oh,
minutes.
last. He asked us to create a sitcom out of Transformers.
Yes. And I basically just ripped off Metalocalypse, and I'll blatantly do it again.
Feel free.
The Terracons go to Iacon, where they have to apologise for nearly destroying them on the last tour, and they inadvertently awaken Unicron, which they then have to put back to sleep with Grandpa's guitars, even though Grandpa's guitars is for pussies and grandpas.
So, Cups guitars.
Yes, Cups guitars.
Awaken. Awaken the land that must be taken. Unicron. Rise up from 1,000 years of sleep. Unicron has come to eat your face. I command you to die.
Quite.
And like 100 cubes of it, and like 100 energon cubes, like right now.
Exactly 100.
Well, exactly 100.
Does this mean that all the communicators would just be covered in spikes and chains?
Yes.
Ow!
These are the new Terraphones. Oh, these are brutal.
Terraphones.
It hurts my face. I approve.
Sinner Twins got 2. Rob.
Well, considering we also came up with the one about Jetfire and Grimlock living together and then having Hot Rod come stay with them while he was at college, I thought it'd be really, really funny if you had an episode where Hot Rod came back after a late night of drinking at the old oil house and he picked up a chick, which turns out to be RC. And
who'd have thunk it?
She's obviously quite
RC's
drunk.
a man! Her name is Wheelie!
She's quite drunk, so obviously she's a bit subdued. And then you find out, once he gets home, that she's a cast-off from Grimlock, because he dumped her because she was too psycho for him.
Me, Grimlock, need time by myself. It's not you, it's me, Grimlock.
And Jetfire was her therapist.
Brainy words, brainy words, brainy words.
Yeah.
Tell
Stay
me
back,
about
I
your
have
mother.
huge... No.
I'll tell you about my mother.
Not you, Grimlock.
Well, no, he could be there, sort of like, doing the diagnosis thing. When she goes psycho to try and kill him, he can just blast her with the huge cannons he's got on his back.
So that's his therapy sessions.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, shoot them.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just for his own protection.
Can you imagine Grimlock turning to Jetfire and just going,
Urgh, girlfriend sucks 37 pipes.
in a row?
Wait. Is that up to and including me? It's like 36. 36! That's it. We need to redo Clerks. That's it. We need to redo Clerks with Jetfire and Grimlock.
Not even meant to be here today.
He's saying Jetfire would be Randall.
Yeah, because he's a smartass.
Just Jetfire
That's genius. Jetfire walking in and saying, "I've just been watching Return of the Jedi." Wondering about the independent Rufus.
I'm just trying to figure. I need to work out. This is the one that needs to. That I need to. The old man.
Just got RC wheeled out on top of Prime. Oh, Grimlock, you were so good in there.
I was not in there. Freedom is the right of all sentient.
No, that's yet another one of Prime's deaths.
Yes.
Have you got the magazines in the back there? What you mean, Prime? Ah, the ones with the titties in. I want that one. It's the biggest titties.
I never want to hear Prime say that.
It'd be Cup.
I want the ones with the titties.
It would be Cup. Come on. It would be Cup or an old rat trap. They draw the biggest chassis plates in that one.
I had even being Ironhide.
Be careful up there, Sonny. There's things in there that'll give you cosmic rust. I had a friend who chewed those for a living, and he died from cosmic rust. No, got eaten by trypticon.
A friend of mine, he was shot by Galvatron. He was just a roofer.
You could have one of the Constructicons coming on. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I happen to be an independent roofer.
No, hang on. We have a serious question now. We've come up with this idea. Who would be Jay and Silent Bob?
I think it would just be mecha versions of Jay and Silent Bob. It couldn't be anyone else.
Punch and counter punch. Oh, I've just thought of
Go on.
No,
Go on, what you got?
oh, what I had went out of my head because I've just come up with the greatest idea for the sitcom answer.
Go on.
Right? You've got animated Blitzwing.
Right.
You've got...
This already sounds good.
You've got Punch and Counter Punch, and you've got Men Eat Faces from He-Man. It's a cop show. Right? You've got Good Cop, Bad Cop, and Scary Ass licks the shit off the walls Crazy Cop. But it changes.
I'll take turns.
Granted, Punch and Counter Punch is only going to have Good Cop, Bad Cop. But at any given point, one of the other two is going to either be Good Cop, Bad Cop, or Crazy Ass, Scary Cop.
That's genius.
So, where shall we go today for clues? I don't know. I think we should go to New York. That's my answer, anyhow. I'm sorry for completely derailing the Jay and Silent Bob one, but that came into my head.
I still want ideas for Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent
Be Hot Rod and somebody else.
Blur.
Wheelie and Metro. Oh, yes.
Blur could be Jay.
Oh,
Hey, baby, you ever heard your exhaust port licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
That would be brilliant.
That would, but who would be Jay? Who does
Silent Bob? No, what was the one in the comics that went with Nightbeat?
Hardhead.
Yes, because he didn't really say very much, did he?
Yes!
And he's just a big dude.
I love this great image of Hardhead just holding up this stereo. Spazzes out dancing.
I was actually thinking Blur and Springer. Just Springer standing there looking all taciturn and serious, and you just got Blur dancing around trying to sell drugs to the kids. Or is Memorias the fact that we've just given, they're all Autobots?
We've not even vaguely thought about putting Decepticons in there.
No, we have.
Oh no! Even better! Swindler's Jay. Because he's always trying to sell drugs to people, sell stuff to people.
Swindler's Jay. Onslaught is Silent Bob. But strangely enough, you've got the other ones there as well. A Swindle sells Vortex to a child.
Well,
in exchange for a monkey that he tries to teach to smoke.
Now, hang on.
Come on, Ape Face.
One of them needs to be from Moscow and be in a band called Berserker.
No.
Brawl can be from Moscow. This is Bob. I
want to make lubricant. Berserker.
I think we should end this.
He's in a band. I think it's called "Fuck You Out About Blue Jeans" or something.
I'm gonna leave this.
Brawl, Metal Face. This is why I shouldn't drink before we record.
I still
You
like.
should have smacked these out of my hand.
I'm still sticking with 3 faces, 5 cops. I want this show to be made. Hey, Blitzwing, I think we found a clue. Ville, what is your clue? Many faces, look, please.
As long as somebody goes, many faces, you cover the front because
you have many faces. Oh God, I think we need to bring this to an end before I kill you.
Oh God, please.
So, we're going to finish this off with the full version of Snappleman's Scrambled Eggman. I want to thank him yet again for letting us use his music.
Thank you very much.
Check him out at the OC Remix. Just search for Snappleman, you'll find him. And enjoy. Well, yeah, turn this up because this gets loud.
Crank it.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
I'm taking it back.
Jetfire would punch Monkey for life on his back. Oh, that's cool. I'm taking it back.
It won't be Porch Monkey, it'll be Porch Gobot.
Gobot for life.
Gobot for life. How you gonna go? What did you say?
I'm taking Gobot back.
Power Rangers, those are racial slurs. Oh, God. It's cool. I'm taking it back.
You ever seen a Beast Mode show?